What's good, Shawty Bays? It's me, Indica, and today we're going to be talking about falling into bad habits and recreating them, or something along the lines of that. I was like jotting down or brainstorming ideas on what to talk about. I've been on here for a while, but yeah. So I guess I'll just read to you like what I put down. I put YouTube, reconstructing, rescheduling, falling into bad habits, not giving up, to-do lists, take accountability, laughing at mistakes or laughing mistakes off, laugh at yourself, give yourself grace, feel what needs to be felt, do what you need to do anyways, be real about your situation and where you are currently, reflect, accept who you are in this current moment. And then yeah, I just put talking about falling back into bad habits and what you can do to recreate them again, something like that. So basically, like, the list that I went down is some ideas or some things that could possibly help. My brain feels a little foggy right now, but we are pushing through it. I'm also feeling a little uncomfortable speaking right now, but it is what it is. Who cares? But yes, reconstructing. I feel like when it comes to reconstructing, it's kind of like, what are some ways of thinking that you know are maybe not the best way? How do you handle certain situations that may not be in the best light of your higher self? Like, maybe I shouldn't have yelled at that person. Maybe I shouldn't have gave that person so much energy and time. Or maybe I could have approached that differently. Or maybe I could have responded differently. Maybe I could have reacted differently, but I didn't. And that's okay. I mean, we all make mistakes, right? We all make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. But yeah, dude, reconstructing what is normal. You know, what are you doing regularly on a daily basis? And is it working? Is it not? If it's not, dude, gotta change that. Pretty much, dude. Rescheduling. I feel like when you come into like new eras of self and different things like that, you have a new schedule, you have a new plan. Usually, when you transform into another person or another timeline or whatever, you are not the same person from before. You grew, right? Or at least that's the idea. And that means that your schedule is not going to be the same, or not exactly the same. The way that you used to do things is not going to be exactly how you did them in that other era, just because you did change or you did transform. So sometimes you're going to have to take the time to map out a new schedule and see what works best for you in that new schedule or in this new era of self that you are now in, because different seasons and, you know, they change and such. But what is it? When you are like in this new rescheduling mode, there's a possibility of falling into bad habits, falling back into them. There's a possibility of recreating different ones. There is a possibility of sticking to not falling back into those habits. Or there's a possibility of like, I feel like I have these words that could sound better in different ways, but it's cool. We're just rolling with it, dude. But yeah, man, falling into bad habits. Not giving up. Not giving up is like a big thing, because when you are growing, there's gonna be times where it's like, dude, I want to go back to comfortability, and comfortability could be something that's not very good for you. you know, those bad habits for a reason. You got used to them. You do them a lot over and over again. They became a pattern. They became something that's normal. And when something becomes normalized, when you decide to move away from what is normal, it's gonna feel really uncomfortable. And that's just facts, dude. So not giving up is really important. Like, for me personally, I feel like I'm always kind of transforming. No, I always am transforming, and it's really frustrating sometimes because I'm never the same. And it's cool, you know, it's cool, it's good, but it's also like, damn, I'm feeling a lot always. Because I grow so quickly, because like for me certain things are very simple and for others it may not be, and you know, everybody has a different way of perceiving things and perspectives and different shit, but it's kind of like, you know, it's a lot every time. And then if you are an empath, if you're somebody that feels deeply and can hear people's thoughts and like have all these abilities and gifts that were given to you, or you just came into this world with, and you're now like kind of tapping into it, it's kind of a lot, dude. And some people will understand you and some people won't. Some people think you're fucking crazy, and honestly, I don't really care at all. So it is what it is. But not giving up is important, because the end goal is that light at the end of the tunnel, and the goal or the light is whatever you think is best for you, you know, whatever long-term goal you got going on, and whatever you see for yourself in the future. It's there, it's attainable, but it's kind of like, how bad do you want it? And will you let your old habits come back in and block you from that? You know what I mean? Because where everybody gets critic, and there's gonna be all types of fucking people in your ear, dude. It's just annoying, but it is what it is. And the realization of it all is that those people are unhealed, and there's a reason why they are coming after you like that, because they're threatened, and they don't like that light you got going on. They don't like that you're so sure of yourself. They don't like that you can break habits. They don't like that you can break cycles. They don't like that you are changing your bloodline in a way where it's like, I'm breaking all these generational curses for myself, for my ancestors, so I can have a beautiful and easygoing life, so I can spread love and awareness and ultimately raise the vibration of this world. That's me talking from my perspective, but I know there are a lot of people that think like me as well. So dude, to-do list, to-do list, dude. Also, let's not take things so serious. I mean, life is beautiful, life is very serious at times, but it's also not. Like, dude, we're only gonna live this life one time. Are you really gonna be alive? So stern, and like, you know, this all depends. What I'm talking about depends on your perspective, of course. Of course, there's different areas in life where you gotta be serious, dude. Like boundaries, like, you know, morals and different shit like that. But have fun. That's literally what I'm saying. Like, experience, dude. Be goofy, be silly. Who cares? The only thing that matters is how you view yourself. I mean, if you're a terrible person, and when I say terrible person, I mean like, if you are just like flat out rude to other people, disguising that as being, oh, I'm bold. Nah, there's a difference between being bold and rude. But if you're just flat out rude and like, you know, like do things to harm people, you're a bad person, dude. I'm not saying you can't change, but that's bad behavior. That's not cool. That's like not very cash money. But anyway, I just went on that had to do with something, but anyway, if you get me, you get me. If you don't, you don't. Okay. But yes, to-do list. Writing down. It's funny, I go on tangents, but they all have to do with this topic, and they all relate. So yes. To-do list. Dude, these to-do lists, they really do help me a lot. I feel like they help me because I could see it physically. You know what I mean? Especially when I write it down in my journal and I can check it off. If I feel like I got a lot going on, and which is constantly because I feel so much every day, it's beautiful. But it's a lot. And it kind of just helps me reconstruct, and it helps me stay grounded and here in this moment. And I'm like, okay, this is what I have to do today. Let me write it down. Okay, it's here in front of me. So because I got so much going on, I cannot forget that it's here because I wrote it down already. So it's not going to slip my mind and overlap with other thoughts and other feelings I'm feeling on a daily basis that I'm feeling for other people. It's not going to do that because it's there in front of me, right? Now the only thing is me doing it. Like, is me taking that leap, me crossing it off, me actually physically doing it. Action. Okay, I really hope this audio works because it's gonna actually not be very cool if it doesn't. Laughing your mistakes off. Maybe I should like cut this a little bit, this video. You know what I mean? Like a little part 2 action. Maybe a little part 2 action. Because also I gotta go somewhere too. So that's, yeah, we're probably gonna have to do that. Time management is important too. But you know what, gang? I've talked about this shit already. So you're gonna have to look at my old videos at some point if you want. I just been repeating things that I've talked about. And of course there are new stuff that I haven't talked about. And there's new perspectives. And there's new changes. But they all kind of have a similar line that I've already said and mentioned. Even if I fully didn't understand it at the time. But yes. Laughing mistakes off. I think this is the last one I'm gonna say, and then I'll do like a little part 2, you feel me? I'll do a little part 2. Laughing your mistakes off. Dude, I make so many mistakes. Like I'm like, of course of course there's gonna be mistakes, right, dude? Like, you're learning. Like, I make so many. I like fail a lot, and it's cool. It's fine, because those are lessons. Those L's are lessons, dude. Those L's are lessons, because it's like, okay, what can I do better next time? You know what I mean? Like I was saying before, like previously, in the beginning of the video, when I was talking about like reconstructing, right? This is all a base of reconstructing, but yes, mistakes happen. They're part of learning. They're gonna happen regardless, especially if you are doing something that is not normalized. It's gonna feel rough. You feel me? It's gonna feel a little rough. But laughing through this, being like, you know, oh shit, I messed up. And just laugh it off, and then you keep moving forward, because that's what life really is. Then you mess up, you keep moving forward, or you don't mess up, you keep moving forward. Regardless, during that process, you are moving forward, no matter what it is that happens. There might be a period where you are just stagnant, where you are hurting, where you are healing. But even in that, there is a movement towards something. You know what though? I was pretty smart with it though. I'm pretty smart. I am pretty smart. Laughing your mistakes off. It's also like super small things. Like, dude, when you're skating, for example, I've been skating for a while, like years, like 7 years, maybe longer. You fall on your ass all the time, just like life. Skating is a symbolism of life. You fall, you get back up. You don't land the trick, you keep trying. Maybe you'll never land the chick, but you're still trying. You're still, the goal and the intention is to land it. The intention is to just have fun. You know what I mean? Whatever is the intention, you got that. You got that, dude. And failing is just part of it. It's just part of the process. If you keep doing it over and over again, and you know, insanity is when you keep doing something over and over again that's not working. It can also overlap with, you know, growth. Because when you are growing, you could do the same mistakes over and over and over again in different variations. You know what I mean? When it comes to meeting people that are of the same spirit in different bodies, and you keep going in that cycle. The thing is, if you are changing your perspective, each cycle that you go through that may be similar, there is some sort of change there. And over time, you'll start to learn. You know, why are you going to start to learn? Because you've tried it in every fucking avenue. You tried it every way. You know what I mean? So now that you tried it every way, and I'm not saying to like go through narcissist abuse over and over again if you can help it, because you know, trauma, we attract certain people, we're attracted to certain people, all this whole mess and such, and you know, life and such. It's not a mess, but you know what I mean, dude. Like, you know what I mean. If you don't, I'm sorry. Well, of course we can do other videos about that, but we don't want this to overlap and get all messy and look confusing. But yeah, dude, it's just, you have different perspectives at that point. You have a bigger understanding at that point. And when you have an understanding, it does not justify those that have hurt you. It does not justify their actions. But it can give you an understanding of like, hey, this person did this because of this. You know, and you know, that's just them. It's also helps you understand yourself, dude. Helps you understand people and yourself. And if you don't care about understanding people, it's gonna help you understand yourself. And that's something that you should care about, because without you, you cannot do anything, dude. Or you may be doing it, but are you really enjoying it? Are you really present in it? Are you really feeling fulfillment through that? If you don't love yourself fully, if you don't see your value, if you're not changing, if you're not understanding yourself on a deeper level, you feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Nah. And obviously, this is my perspective, dude. So, this is based on my experiences. And I've experienced a lot. I have. And a lot of you don't know what it is. And maybe you'll never know. And that's cool. That's my own. That's my own experience to myself. Maybe I'll share it, maybe I won't. Just like you, right? Yeah, dude. Laugh that motherfucker off. You feel me? Laugh it off. It's just like, yeah, like, dude, when I fall sometimes, I be like, damn, that shit hurt. And then I start laughing. Like, then I get up, right? Because it also has to do with a level of confidence to do that, dude. You know what I mean? You know someone's confident when they laugh off their mistakes, you feel me? Because it's like, yeah, I messed up, but I got it next time. Yeah, I messed up, but you know what? It wasn't for me anyways. Yeah, I messed up, but I'm so thankful for that experience, because without that experience, I wouldn't have realized what I needed to work on through that experience. Remember? Anywho, we're gonna cut it here. I hope that I was loud enough. I projected loud enough for you guys to hear me. My phone is a little odd sometimes, so yeah. But yeah, love you guys. Peace.